Hello. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Jody, and today I want to get into a conversation about things that I'm leaving in 2026. And so, way you're gonna watch this, go ahead and grab your coffee or get to work and put your AirPods in or your headphones in, and let's get into this conversation. Okay? Hey girl, hey, ready to be real? Welcome to Becoming Her Unfiltered, the place where pretending ends and becoming begins. No mask, no noise, no performance, just truth, grace, and growth. You're safe, come closer. Let's get into it. So, this year, like I told you before, I've been reflecting on a lot of things. And one of the things that I started reflecting on some more was like the habits and the situations that drained me this year, like the things that did not make me happy. Like I just really start reflecting back on my life like a fine-tooth comb. And to know me is to know that I'm always reflecting on something, because I'm always finding ways that I can be better. I'm always finding ways that I can grow and mature. What things that did not make me happy, what things made me happy, what made me tick, what made me angry, what made me overwhelmed. Like I'm always doing that self-reflection, and it's something that I don't know if anybody else do it, but this is something that I just do on a typical basis. And if you see me looking over, I'm looking at my notes and things. And this year I'm like, ooh, another thing that I really do is just like I have words for the year, and this year my word was reconstruction. If you didn't know, my word was reconstruction. So I was reflecting and seeing like things that I can do better. So, and I was doing that, and I'm like, okay, so here are the things that like stretch me. Here are the things that drain me. Here are the things that really was weighing heavy on me, that made me feel uneasy this year. And we're just going to talk about the things today. We're going to talk about the things that I'm leaving behind in 2025, and that I'm going to try my best to work hard to not carry those things with me in 2026, and putting, those boundaries in place so that I continue that work. And one of the first things that I'm planning on leaving behind is over-explaining. Now, over-explaining, I realize for me, it's a trauma response, right? And that this year showed up for me in co-parenting, where in certain things and within certain conversations, I just felt like I had to over-explain some stuff, because it's like when you say something and then you feel like somebody's doubting what you're saying or don't believe what you're saying, and now you're trying to like over-explain that situation. Or even if you say no to something and now you feel like you have to explain why you say no, and what they say no is a complete sentence. So you don't, I just feel like I used to leave like certain conversations, not just with the father of my kids, but also with like my mom or certain people that's close to me, that I say no, and now I feel uneasy because I kind of feel like they didn't really like the no that I said. So now it's like I get this sense of guilt, and now I have the need to like explain why I said no. And I'm really like trying to stop all of that, and I'm really trying to leave that behind, because I am grown. I am a grown woman. I have responsibilities. I have 3 children. Like, I don't have to overdo that. Like, and I'm allowed to like have my own thoughts, my own opinions, and just make the decision and really like have boundaries, and then stick beside the boundaries. Because like I said, another thing too, I violate my boundaries all the time. I allow people to violate them. And when that happens, you violate yourself, and you kind of like stunt your growth a little bit, because you said something, they should respect it, but it was not respected. So now you're like upset about it. You get what I'm saying? So we're not over explaining I'm not over explaining in 2025. And I would appreciate if people respect that boundary. And if they don't, then I have to be able to sit with that, tell them what it is, reiterate it, and keep it pushing. Number 2, the second thing that I'm leaving is over giving. Baby, listen, I have a big heart, and I think also to being the oldest, you were taught, to just give yourself, be readily available for your siblings, and helping your parents and all of those things. But I grew up in a family of love. Like, they love, they give, they give the shirt off your back and all of those things. So like, I am a giver, and I have a big heart. But baby, sometimes I sometimes take on more than I could chew. And I'm always ready, like, to jump in and help somebody, especially if I see that you're struggling, or I see that I can help with that situation, and I can, so it's like I overextend myself. And this year alone showed me, like, girl, you have a lot of baggage on your plate, and it's good to have a big heart. It's good to be willing to help people, but make sure that it aligns with what you have going on in your life. Because sometimes, like, when I give to the people don't see that what the amount of work that it takes. I'm not gonna say everybody, but there are some people that's willing to take and take and take from you, that they don't see how much that you overextend yourself or overgave yourself. And now it's like you're thinking in the back of your head, like, this is something that I volunteered to help with, and now all of the load and all of the responsibility of said project or said thing is being put on me, on top of my own personal stuff that I have to say, and then sometimes I'm like, why did I even say yes to that? Like, why did I say yes to that? Because now it's like rethinking your decision, because yes, you have a big heart and you don't have a problem helping, but now the help is becoming like all of the responsibility is on you. And it's like, I'm not here to carry everything. And a lot of the times too, people always be like, girl, you're so strong, you're able to do this, that, and the third. And you carry it with grace, and you carry it with poise, and you're able to do it. And people don't see you, running with your chick like a chicken with the hair cut off. People don't see that. Or just see, how you're able to carry it and mask it all and do it. But in the back end, it's overwhelming. It's overwhelming. And it's just like, girl, you did that. You did that on yourself, and I can't blame nobody but me. I can't blame nobody but me in that situation, because I said yes. I decided to do XYZ. I decided to overgave myself. I decided to do that. So now it's just like, I can't even really complain about it, because I picked up this project when I knew I probably didn't really have it all to give. But now I gotta give my all, because once I say yes to something, I give my 100%. And who gets the short end of that stick with that situation? It's me, or probably my children, or my family time. Like, those are the people that do that. And in 2026, if I feel like my cup is empty or close to being empty, and I don't really have it to give, I'm not doing it. Because another thing too, people, when you give yourself a lot, there are some people that take advantage of that, and they take your kindness for weakness, and they want to walk all over you and take over all of the, all of those. Makes you want to it makes you want to just like beat somebody up, because like, now you think I'm freaking stupid. You think I'm dumb, and I'm not. So in 2026, I'm looking for reciprocity. I think that's the word. I'm looking for reciprocation. And for the most part, my tight knit circle reciprocate a lot for me. They're there for me and things like that. I have a strong support system, but I also want some type of balance, where even though balance don't exist, but I want some sort of balance in between the things that I'm doing to fill my bank and what I'm doing for my family, and then what I'm able to do for others. And when if I do say yes to something, it is my yes, that I'm not going to drain myself or overwork myself. And with that being said, the third thing that I'm planning on leaving in 2025 is overworking. Y'all, overworking, I feel like, as the eldest daughter, this one roots really deep for me, because being the responsible one, being the one that take on all of, kind of like being a second mom or being like a second in command in the house, a lot of things I could just do with my eyes closed because I've been doing it for so long. And I'm not gonna lie to you, those responsibilities in my teen years that I picked up on or that I was rooted in me made me who I am today, and how I'm able to manage my life and manage all of the crazy stuff that's happening in my life right now. And like how sometimes somebody could look at my life and be like, girl, how you do it? Because sometimes my mama say that all the time, like, girl, I don't know how you do it. I don't know how you do it. And I think it's because it's been rooted in me to do those things, but at the same time, it's like, I've been carrying a lot of things, and I'm just like able to do everything. And y'all, that is so draining. It's draining. Even though like things become second nature to me, I'm able to just do, like, there are certain tasks that I don't think twice about because that's what was ingrained in me. But now it's like, I used to be a stay-at-home mom, but now I'm a working mom. And not being a working mom and living in a life where now it's like I'm by myself in the house anyway, with the house responsibilities and all of those things. And it's just like, it's a lot. I'm not gonna lie, it is a lot. However, I am able to manage it. But now things are like, you get things done in 48 hours, which I'm still working on the part where I just push things out throughout the week so I don't have to do too much in the 48 hours that I do have off, quote unquote, because as a mom, you don't have anything is not off. But it's just like, I do it all and I carry it all, and I'm always doing, and then it's just like I said, I be taking on more stuff than I could be taking on more things, more responsibilities than I could chew. And it's like, in 2026, I want to stop overworking, and I'm seeking for more rest. I worked on that some this year on resting, because another thing that I have a problem with is that with the overworking, the reason why I overwork so much is also too, just like I just always feel like my house is not clean enough. Because it's always something, you gotta declutter something, you gotta throw away something, you gotta put kids' clothes away, take these clothes is too little, change this, it's too big. That like you have to like always redoing something, because when you have growing children and when you are living in a house, dust collects, you need to clean this, clean that, do this, do that, make sure all the cans, and it's like inventory. You have to stay in constant inventory. And the way my brain is set up, I have to do those things, because I was like, oh my gosh, this expires in this year. I don't want the kids, now that Peyton's getting older and she's able to cook, I don't want her to be able to, utilize this and things like that. So I'm always working. And then with like adding more tasks about goals and different things that I want to do in my life, it's like I'm always doing that. And I'm not gonna lie to you though, even though I'm always overworking and I always put on more than I can chew, a lot of the times my goal and my key to this though, even though I'm trying to leave that behind, I always invite God in it. And when I invite God in the process of that, like all the responsibilities that I have to do, things that look like too much, some way, somehow, my tasks always get done. God gave me the space that I'm able to, be at peace. Things happen seamlessly. And I feel good in the end. I do feel good because it get done. So that's like a reward. However, I'm tired as God knows what. So I am working on resting more. So I'm trying to leave that overworking behind. And I'm also trying to be at peace with, like, it's okay for your house to look like it's lived in. It's okay. So sometimes, like, I have to just tell myself, it's okay, just go lay down for a little bit. It's fine. I know what your brain is telling you, but it's fine. And the last thing that I'm trying to leave behind is oversharing. Oversharing also too is a trauma response. And I feel like growing up, I always had to always over-explain myself. I always had to do that. So that's that. And now too, it showed up again in like the co-parenting thing. Like, you don't have to share that information. And then there are some people in your life too that they don't need to know that, and it's okay. You don't need to be giving all of this tiny details that doesn't really matter and things like that. So in 2026 is like I'm working on more intentional sharing and just being able to like not feeling like it's a pressure that I have to say this, and then it's okay, like the guilt's gonna come, but I'm gonna work on that. But that you don't have to do this. So I'm working on just like the art of being more quiet. And the oversharing usually happens with people that I'm not gonna say like super, yeah, I'm just gonna work on it. I'm not even gonna say who it happens with, but I'm just gonna work on that part. And just know that my story belongs to me, so I don't have to share anything that I do not want to share, So I say all that to say is that these are the things that I'm leaving in 2025. I'm going to try. And it's over-explaining, over-giving, over-sharing, overworking. And all of those things are like, they're a part of me, but I'm going to learn how to maneuver them better and create boundaries around that in a way where it's just like I could still share things and say things and do things that makes me feel understood, and I could still be helpful in all of these things. But in the next chapter of my life, I just want to have a more healthier balance with certain things, and I just want a more healthier version of me and somebody that stand their ground and have a little bit more balance, even though I need to find another word because balance don't exist, and just be a little bit more confident and just, be somebody that is not overly doing things, but just being in a more soft space, a more ease place, a more peaceful place, a more restful place. You get what I'm saying? So like I said, I am on my becoming her version of herself and really like taking back a lot of things that made me settle for certain things that I probably did not deserve or that I need to do. So I'm just going to work on that. So if you are also on a becoming journey as well, welcome to the journey. Let me know what you're working on as well. Comment below, and we're able to have like more conversations and dialect, and to know that you're not alone. And let me know what are some things that you probably thought that I might want to leave this behind in 2025 so that I could I might want to leave this behind in 2025 and work on that for 2026 to not do these things and stuff like that. Just know that we're all here as long as we're breathing and alive. We all have room to grow. We all have room to reach a different version of ourselves. And as we're living too, you're going to encounter multiple versions of yourself, because I read somewhere like every 5 years you are a new person, because your tastes change, the things you used to like changes, the environment, your friends probably change, a lot of things change. So yeah, so this is pretty much like, all that I had for you. So come along on a journey and let me know what you think. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe and share to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video.